Good morning, sir. Very good morning to you, sir, and ma'am, both. Without further ado, may I commence proceedings, sir? I'll take a few minutes before I will hand over to you. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you, and I'm very pleased to welcome you to PATA's 9th Jewels of India webinar. Today, we will showcase what Uttar Pradesh offers to tourism as a part of Incredible India. In the past, among state tourism boards, we have had Kerala, Maharashtra, Goa, and Madhya Pradesh share growing opportunities in their respective states. The underlying purpose of our Jewels of India series is to provide, on the one hand, our members from STBs, aviation, and hospitality an opportunity to showcase the developments and share. Can you put yourself on mute, please? Thank you. Yeah. The underlying purpose of our Jewels of India series is to provide, on the one hand, our members from STBs, aviation, and hospitality an opportunity to showcase the developments and shared opportunities in their respective states and fields. And on the other hand, provide a robust platform of updated knowledge and information for our tourism stakeholders to package and promote additional destinations, attractions, tourism circuits with confidence. Such webinars also provide an opportunity to build bridges between tourism stakeholders and the jewel of the day. Today, it's Uttar Pradesh. It is my proud privilege to welcome Mr. Meshram, IAS, Principal Secretary, Tourism and Culture, UP Government, and Ms. Isha Priya, Director, Tourism, along with their team. Sir, we are truly privileged and honored that you have chosen to deliver the keynote address to the 350 tourism stakeholders that have registered this morning to learn more about Uttar Pradesh. I may add that this is the largest number of participants that we have registered to attend such an event, and it goes a long way in telling us that Uttar Pradesh is top of mind. Before I hand over to you, sir, kindly allow me a couple of minutes to address the audience. And before I do that, a little word about Mr. Meshram. Mr. Mukesh Kumar Meshram is the Principal Secretary, Tourism and Culture, an IS officer from Government of Uttar Pradesh. He has over 30 years of service experience, and the last 4 years, he has been the Principal Secretary, UP Tourism. Housing for urban poor, urban development, planning, women empowerment, rural development, social welfare. His specialities include civil administration, human resource development, project management, and he's a master's in public administration from the University of Birmingham. He's an alumni of IIT Roorkee, Divisional Commissioner, Allahabad, India Division from February 2011 to March 2012. Responsible for administration, management, coordination of government departments, maintenance of law and order, revenue collection, etc. He has also been the managing director of UP State Road Transport Corporation and Commissioner of Commercial Taxes. I may also take this opportunity to briefly introduce Director Tourism, Ms. Isha Priya, and also thank her for helping us bring this program together this morning. She's an IAS officer with experience across key districts, including Bulandshahr, Pratapgarh, Mainpuri, and Raebareli. Currently associated with the Department of Tourism, Government of Uttar Pradesh, contributing to strategic initiatives aimed at enhancing the state's tourism landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I will just speak a little bit about Uttar Pradesh. And before I do that, allow me to first, and I'm sure all of you join me in congratulating Mr. Meshram and the UP tourism team on their stupendous success of organizing the Mahakumbh Mela in Uttar Pradesh earlier this year. It is truly, I'm sure it will soon become a Harvard case study, amongst other things. So congratulations, sir, ma'am, and to your entire team. Uttar Pradesh is an ancient land, home to our religious epics, the Mahabharata and Ramayana. Our our holy rivers, Yamuna, Ganga, and Saraswati, the spiritual cities of Varanasi, Allahabad, Ayodhya, Mathura, and Vrindavan, the home of Lord Krishna, the legacy of Mughal architectural excellence found in the Taj Mahal, one of the great wonders of the world, Agra Fort, and one of the great wonders of the world, which welcomes over 1 million tourists, international tourists each year, aside from the 12 million Indian tourists who visit. The Agra Fort, Fatehpur Sikri are part of the World Heritage Sites. It's the home to Lord Ram in Ayodhya and a very important part of the Buddhist circuit, which includes Sarnath, Kushinagar, Kapilavastu, and Kaushambi. I have to say about UP that when I was a student, it was home to the largest number of civil service officers, and much of our bureaucracy comes from Uttar Pradesh. There is so much more that one can say about UP, its history and its unique offerings, but I think that is best said by the team from Uttar Pradesh Tourism. After the presentations, to begin with, Mr. Meshram will give us his keynote address, followed by a presentation. After that, there will be a Q&A session for about 20 minutes. Participants are requested to enter the questions in the chat box, only in the chat box, please. I will not be able to take questions which are not entered into the chat box. And we will take up those questions in seriatim. May I now request Mr. Meshram to kindly address the audience. Thank you very much, sir.
Good morning, all the participants and PATA members. Uttar Pradesh, as you know, is the cradle of civilization, and we have recently promoted in a big way as far as spiritual and religious tourism is concerned. Across the state, in the width and length of this state, we have so many religious destinations, and we have divided all these destinations into 12 major categories, which includes Ramayana circuit, Mahabharata circuit, Braj circuit, Buddhist circuit, Jain circuit, Sufi circuit, and various other circuits. So obviously, in Uttar Pradesh, when we say religious tourism, we have a spiritual triangle: Prayagraj, Varanasi, and Ayodhya. So from Prayagraj, one can go to Varanasi, from Varanasi to Ayodhya, or from Prayagraj to Ayodhya. This way, during Mahakumbh period, it was visited by crores of people, and the kind of development or infrastructural facilities which we are making available to the tourists was appreciated by many visitors. Ayodhya is coming up as a major global tourist destination. Already more than 150 hospitality units have been registered under our UP tourism policy, which promotes setting up guest houses, hotels, resorts, and various other hospitality units. We provide them 25 to 30% of subsidy on the capital investment. Apart from fiscal support, we also provide them non-fiscal incentives also. And that way, our main objective is to increase the number of hotel rooms, the availability of rooms in the state, because we are lagging behind in terms of room availability per lakh population, which is just 35 per lakh right now. But certainly we want to double it in next 2 years. And obviously for that, we are working quite hard. We are chasing the investors. We are promoting road shows to attract the investors so that they invest in the state of Uttar Pradesh. For that, we have also brought out very good heritage policy, and we are leasing out our forts and palaces on long-term basis for 90 years. Apart from that, we have also started procuring or the acquisition of land parcels, so that land parcels are also made available to the investors on long-term lease basis for 90 years, so that more and more number of people, they come in Uttar Pradesh, they set up their hospitality units, hotels, guest houses, resorts, heritage hotels, and other facilities. Then in this budget year, we have earmarked about 100 crore rupees to develop wayside amenities. This was the challenge which we faced, and people in particular faced during Mahakumbh, because when there was long traffic jams, and people had to face certain challenging things. So that time, the need of wayside amenities was certainly realized by us. And then we, in collaboration with local bodies and Rural Development Department and PWD, NHAI, and UPDA, are planning to develop wayside amenities. For that also, we are looking for some good investors or good companies or brands who can develop such kind of facilities. Now, as far as tourism in Uttar Pradesh is concerned, we are not only focusing on the religious or spiritual tourism, but Uttar Pradesh being productive state, Gangetic basin, which we call it, we have large number of agriculture activities in different districts, and it's very fertile land. So that's why we have also taken initiative to promote agri-rural tourism. And for that, we have already identified more than 200 such villages which have certain kind of agricultural practices which can attract or which can be very useful to know, to get indulged in those facilities, because particularly for children and kids and young generation, it would certainly be very good experience to know the rural lifestyle, to know our cultural heritage and the agricultural practices which are available in these areas. Third, we are also focusing on monumental tourism, and for which we have identified more than 100 such places where we have old forts or old palaces or even havelis, and one can obviously have very good kind of experiential tourism, for which there are havelis located in Holipura near Bateshwar, because if somebody visits Agra for Taj Mahal or Fatehpur Sikri, so they can also visit these places. Then next is ecotourism. Dudhwa being very good national park in terms of tiger sighting. In the previous summer, not a single person was left without sighting a tiger in that area. So we have Kishanpur, Dudhwa, and Pilibhit, very prominent eco-tourism destinations, and almost every day or every alternate day, one can see tigers in these densely vegetated national parks, because these are all foothill Himalayan ranges, and here easily one can see tiger, and the forests are very different. The landscape of all this forest is different than many other forests, because around the year all these forests are very green with lush vegetation and flora and fauna. Now, Ganga, river Ganges, which flows from Bijnor to Balia, crossing over 27 districts. We are also promoting Ganga circuit or Ganga tourism. So on the banks of river Ganga, already there are lots of temples and religious cultural places available, but we want people to also see what kind of flora and fauna this river has. Apart from this, we have recently established UP State Inland Waterways Authority, so that since it is landlocked states and we don't have any ocean or sea, so the rivers flowing in these states we have identified, and we are trying to start small vessels, a small like cruise or mini cruise. And already in Varanasi, we have started 5 such mini cruises, attracting lots of people. In Ayodhya also we started, and in Mathura, Vrindavan, we are soon planning to start such kind of waterways units. Then we also have Buddhist tourist destinations, maximum number in any state. We have 6 such destinations: Sarnath, Kushinagar, Shravasti, Sankissa, Kaushambi, Kapilvastu. So obviously, if there are 600 million Buddhist followers across the world, if we could be able to attract even some percentage of that, it would be adding upon to the economy and the arrival of tourist number. Uttar Pradesh is also the birthplace of 18 Jain Tirthankars. Out of 24 Jain Tirthankars, 18 are born in Uttar Pradesh itself. So that's why, in terms of Jain tourism, this state is also very important. Craft and cuisine. After one district, one product, which was mainly designed for the promotion of crafts, because each and every district is distinct, unique in its own craft, artisans. Now we are focusing on one district, one cuisine also. One district, one food. So there are so many districts which are famous for a kind of food or sweet, like Mathura Peda or Agra Petha or chaat. Chaat is from Varanasi, spread out from Varanasi only. And then there are kulfi, there is Audi cuisine. In fact, we have submitted a dossier to include Lucknow for the city of gastronomy, UNESCO. So after Hyderabad, if it gets nomination or if gets selected, then obviously Audhi cuisine, which is otherwise famous amongst the tourists, whosoever comes to Lucknow, they certainly wants to taste the Audhi cuisine, the kebabs and old, particularly in old Chowk areas and Aminabad areas. So it carries forward its own legacy of cuisine of Nawab's time, and even otherwise, for that matter, many variety of foods are available. Then craft also, handloom also, handicraft also, it is rich in that sense. Each and every district has its unique ability to promote its legacy, which we are carrying forward. So that's how UP is a must visit place for the person or tourist whosoever wants to visit India. That is why we have this quotation, जिसने यूपी नहीं देखा उसने इंडिया नहीं देखा. UP has not been visited by any tourist. That means he has not actually visited India. So there are so much to showcase, so much to basically present before the world, before the tourist, whosoever comes from any part of the world. अपना so Isha will make the presentation, and this presentation will showcase major tourist destinations and what all ingredients we have under the tourist promotion.
Good morning, all of you. I hope all of you are looking forward to a lot of business in UP, Uttar Pradesh. And the screen is visible to all of you, the presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Next. So Uttar Pradesh has become globally acclaimed spiritual tourism destination with a domestic footfall of around 60 crore tourists in the last year. Uttar Pradesh is a land of diversity. We have 12 mega tourism circuits, which I will explain in details. We are also home to 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites and 2 intangible cultural heritages of Ram Leela and Kumbh Mela. We have 100 plus wildlife heritage and rural tourism sites. If we talk about Uttar Pradesh, we as of now, we have an economy size of 19,000 billion, and we contribute to 8% of India's GDP. We have a consumer base of 240 million people, which is almost 17% of India's population. The capital outlay in tourism in the last few years has become 4 times, explaining the state's commitment to tourism sector especially. Next. As of now, the government of Uttar Pradesh is committed to boosting tourism across various sites of Uttar Pradesh. So if I talk to you about connectivity, we are the cradle of civilization for the religions of Jainism, Buddhism, and Hinduism. We have a number of important religious sites across UP, and hence connectivity is the key. We have some of the best expressways connecting key tourism destinations, like the Noida Expressway connecting Noida to Agra, the Agra Lucknow Expressway. We have the Ganga Expressway coming up, connecting the cities of Hapur, Garmukteshwar to Varanasi. We also have the Purvanchal Expressway, which connects important cities of Sultanpur, Varanasi, Prayagraj. So a number of good expressways have come up. Detail on the connectivity is shown on the PPT, as you can see. We have some of the best airports as of now. Next. If we talk about airports, as of now, we have 6 operational domestic and 3 international operational airports. We also are committed to developing 7 more domestic and 2 more international airports. We are also in the process of constructing we have constructed one helipad already in Naimisharanya, that is Sitapur, and we are also constructing 8 more heliports. If we talk about expressways, we have 5 operational expressways, 2 expressways are under construction and 2 have been proposed and materialized. So if we talk about railway stations, 1144 railway stations connect various destinations of Uttar Pradesh. If you can see on the right, you see the recently renovated Gomti Nagar railway station in Lucknow. Above is the Ayodhya airport, which caters to n number of flights from South India these days. We also have waterway services. We have 2 RO services. We have 6 catamaran services. We have 5 operational cruise services, and we propose to operate 2 more cruise services. Next. If we talk about infrastructural connectivity in detail, here's a look at our operational airports. You'll find airports at each and every important destination in Uttar Pradesh. Next. When we say we are a globally acclaimed spiritual tourism destination, we have Ayodhya, the land of Lord Ram. We have Prayagraj, the city of Sangam, which witnessed huge crowds in the Kumbh Mela. We have Varanasi, the oldest living city of the world, the land of Lord Shiva. Uttar Pradesh is the Buddha Bhumi, where Gautam Buddha lived and preached. Uttar Pradesh is the land of Radha and Krishna, Vrindavan and Mathura. We are the land of Jainism. We have 18 birthplaces of 18 Jain Tirthankaras spread across a number of cities. For example, Ayodhya alone is the birthplace of 5 Jain Tirthankaras. Next. When we say we are a land of diversity, we have 12 mega tourism circuits. The Ramayana circuit, which has destinations elaborated in the epic Ramayana, the destinations of Ayodhya, the Ram Vangaman Path to Chitrakoot, the Krishna Braj circuit, where Lord Krishna and his Leela happened. The Buddhist circuit has 6 destinations where Buddha lived and preached. It has Shravasti, where Buddha lived for 25 monsoons. It has Kushinagar, where Lord Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana. It has Kapilvastu in Siddharth Nagar, where Buddha lived as a prince for 29 years, to name a few. And of course, Sarnath, the place of Dharma Chakra Parivartana, the place of first sermon of Lord Buddha. We also have important destinations from the Mahabharat circuit, like Hastinapur. We have the Shakti Peeth circuit. Some of the important Shakti Peeths of 51 Shakti Peeth are in Uttar Pradesh. To name a few, we have Shakumbari Devi, Lalita Devi, etc. Adhyatmic circuit. Uttar Pradesh is a land of spirituality. Every city has a local deity, which is covered in the Adhyatmic circuit. We are proud to have our Sufi and Kabir circuit. Beautiful Sufi and Kabir mazars of Fatehpur Sikri up to Firozabad and Barabanki. The Jain circuit, which encompasses the birthplaces of 18 Tirthankaras. The Bundelkhand circuit. Bundelkhand is the mystical place you all must visit, the land of forts and folklores. The wildlife and ecotourism circuit, which has some of the best tiger sightings in the day. The craft circuit, Uttar Pradesh is known for its craftsmen and artistry. Come to Uttar Pradesh and take away beautiful memoirs made by the craftsmen of Uttar Pradesh. And of course, the Swatantrata Sangram circuit, whether it was the revolt of 1857 in Meerut or the Jhansi of Rani, all of that, and the Begum Hazrat Mahal revolt, all of that happened in Uttar Pradesh and is part of the Swatantrata Sangram circuit. We are home to 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the Taj Mahal, Fatehpur Sikri and Agra. I would love to share it to you. 2 more destinations of Sarnath and Varanasi has been included and accepted in the tentative list of UNESCO. We have already talked about the intangible cultural heritage. Next. When we talk about our beautiful wildlife heritage and tourism sites, these are some of the less known sites to most of you. Most of you may not be aware of the beautiful Tel Bahat Fort in Lalitpur, the Mastani Mahal in Mahoba, the ruins of Chambal चंबल के बीहड़ और उनकी डकैतों की कहानी, those beautiful fables and folklores. The temple complex in Lalitpur visited by many a Jain devotees. The Tehroli Fort in Jhansi, the Sohagi Barwa Wildlife Sanctuary in the Tarai of India and Nepal border. The Salkhan Fossil Park, Sonbhadra, which has also been proposed for a UNESCO heritage site, has more than 15,000 years old fossils, plant fossils. The Chuka Beach in Pilibhit is a river beach, beautiful, must visit. The 500-year-old banyan tree in Narora in Bulandshahr. The Rajdari Devdari waterfalls in Chandauli. The Panchnada in Jalan, where 5 rivers beautifully meet. The Dudhwa National Park, which is having some of the best visitors in this time of the year. Next. When we talk about our cities, let's start with Lucknow, the capital and heart of UP. Lucknow is known for its unique tehzeeb. Lucknow, as Sir has shared, is India's official entry to UNESCO this financial year for City of Gastronomy. We have beautiful heritages like the Bara Imam Bara, British Residency, Chota Imam Bara. Lucknow prides of its Kathak art. Lucknow is known for its Awadhi cuisine. Lucknow is known for its chikankari work. It is well connected with airport, railway station, and expressway. Next. The spiritual triangle of India, the Prayagraj, Varanasi, Ayodhya. We call it the spiritual triangle not because these are the holy cities of Hinduism. These are the holy cities to Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. 5 Jain Tirthankaras were born in Ayodhya. Shravasti, where Gautam Buddha lived 25 years, is in the hinterlands of Ayodhya. Lord Rama was born in Ayodhya. The Chapia Dham, where Swami Narayan saint was born, is in Ayodhya. The Gurudwara, where Guru Nanak Ji visited, is in Ayodhya. When we talk about Prayagraj has a number of important sites besides Hindu sites of Sangam. Prayagraj has Kaushambi in its backyard where Gautam Buddha visited twice to give his sermon. Prayagraj has Chitrakoot in its backyard where the where Ram lived for 11 years, 11 months and 11 days. Prayagraj is home to a number of Jain temples like Rishabhnath Ji temple in Jhusi. When we talk about Varanasi, Varanasi is a holy city. It is known for the Sant Ravidas temple, which invites millions of devotees from Punjab every year. It has 4 Jain Tirthankars were born in and around Varanasi. It is a very important Jain site. Varanasi has Sarnath, where Gautam Buddha delivered his holy sermon. So Varanasi indeed, the Prayagraj, Varanasi, Ayodhya indeed constitute the backbone of spiritual triangle of India. Next. I have already discussed Ayodhya in detail. These are some of the places of interest in Ayodhya: the Ram Janmabhoomi temple, the Ram Court, Kanak Bhavan, Hanuman Gadi, and Mani Parvat. I am happy to share with you, recently the Shikhar of the Ram temple has been installed and you all must go and visit it. Next. If you visit Ayodhya, do not miss the Khurchan Ka Malai Peda and Khasta Kachori. The cruise in the Saryu Nadi and the Amoni Dham village, rural tourism village, where the Durga Shapshati was written. The Deepotsav is an annual festival celebrated at a huge level by the government of Uttar Pradesh and has some of the largest tourist footfall in the year during the Deepotsav. Next. When we talk about Varanasi, Sankat Mochan Hanuman Temple, Durga Mandir, Manas Mandir, Annapurna Mandir, Sarnath, Dhamek Stupa, the Kashi Vishwanath corridor are some of the places of interest. If you visit Kashi, please do not miss the Ganga Aarti in Kashi. We have a beautiful cruise going on there and which can be booked online as well. Next. If you visit Kashi, do visit Sarnath. It has the Theravada Buddhist temple, the Wat Thai temple, the Chaukhandi Stupa, which has the relics of Buddha, the Japanese temple built in 1931, and of course the Dharmic Stupa. Next. When you visit Varanasi and Varanasi, do shop for the wooden toys, the Banarasi saris, and of course taste the Banarasi lassi, the Banarasi chaat, and the Banarasi pan. I hope many of you would be would find it very appetizing and attractive to come to Varanasi just to taste the Banarsi pan and the Banarsi chaat, the Banaras ka tomato ka chaat. The Alaknanda cruise can be booked online and it at a very nominal cost, and it is beautiful to see the Ganga Aarti through the Alaknanda cruise. We celebrate the Dev Deepavali every year on the Ghats of Varanasi on Kartik Purnima. So this is also one place which invites a tourist footfall of 30 lakh. This event invites a tourist footfall of 30 lakhs in the year. Next. Prayagraj needs no introduction. With the success of the Mahakumbh Mela, I think most of you know Prayagraj very well. Most of you must have visited the Triveni Sangam, the Hanuman Mandir, the Allahabad Fort, the Bhardwaj Ashram, and the Minto Park. Next. But I still recommend you to visit Prayagraj again if you have not tasted the Prayagraj ka Malayo, the Allahabadi cake, Prayagraj ka Bati Chokha, and of course the moon chaat, very specific to Prayagraj. And if you visit Prayagraj, do visit the Shringverpur Rural Tourism Village, where Ram Kevat Samvad happened. Next. Agra needs no introduction. India is known by the Taj Mahal. The Taj is the pride of India. Besides the Taj Mahal, there are a number of other places of interest in Agra. The Agra Fort, the Fatehpur Sikri, the Samadhi of Swami Ji Maharaj, Chini Ka Roza, Ram Bagh, Mehtab Bagh, Itmao-Daula Tomb, to name a few. Next. If you visit Agra, make sure you visit it during the Agra Taj Car Rally. It is a vintage car rally, very famous in Agra. If you visit Agra, do shop for the marble handicrafts and the folk dances and watch the folk dance. Holipura village near Agra is the village of Havelis. If you visit Holipura, you'll find 39 Havelis lined up serving you daytime food. These all Havelis are an ancient treasure, a heritage village in itself. Do not come back from Agra without buying the Agra ka petha and tasting the Mughlai food. Next. Mathura Vrindavan, Braj Bhumi, as we proudly say. Some of the places of interest are the Govind Dev temple, the Rangaji temple, the Dwarkadhish temple, the Bake Bihari temple, and the ISKCON temple. Next. But if you want to visit Vrindavan, you must do it during Rangotsav. This year it's done and dusted, but March is the time to enjoy the Braj Bhumi in its real splendor and grandeur. The Rangotsav of the Braj Bhumi is a unique treat. Barsana, Govardhan, all of those villages are decked up with colors. We are proposing a cruise from the Vishram Ghat to Keshi Ghat in Vrindavan soon. Please buy the Krishna Poshak and the Tulsi Mala from the Jet village near Vrindavan before you leave Vrindavan. And of course, the gentleman below is known to all. His reels are viral. Rupa Kachori of Mathura. Kachori, Rupa Wale ki Kachori is a treat, and Mathura ka peda is a must buy. Next. Another important place less known is Shravasti. Shravasti was the place where Buddha spent 24 monsoons. It is home to the Anand Bodhi tree, an offspring of the original Bodhi tree. It has the Anand Pindika Stoop. It has the Ungli Mal Stoop. The story of Buddha and Ungli Mal is known to all of us. It happened here. The Jetvan monastery, where the Buddha actually stayed for 24 monsoons, because during monsoons he would not move. So he would come and stay in this Jetvan monastery. The ancient villages of Sahet Mahet are preserved forms of the ancient Buddhist villages where Buddha used to live. Next. Talking about Uttar Pradesh, we need to talk about the hidden jewels of Uttar Pradesh, agro-rural tourism. We have beautiful agro-rural properties that have become a success. Namaste Dwar, Muzaffarnagar, Bagan Retreat, Bulandshahr, Mela, Koti, Bateshwar. We have identified 83 villages to be developed into rural tourism destination. We have got the best tourism village twice. Last year we got it for Pura Mahadev temple and Pura Mahadev village in Bagpat. The year before we got it for Corona village in Varanasi, where there is a very old South Indian temple. Corona village is a village in Varanasi where it is said no one and no visitor goes hungry. Next. So these are a few glimpses. Agri-rural tourism in UP is mostly led by international clientele. Mostly we have dedicated clientele coming from Spain, Germany, Russia, these areas. So these are some of the glimpses of the tourists that visited. You all may identify the gentleman, Mr. Harold Goodwin, the father of responsible tourism. He visited Jet and saw the Tulsi making process, Tulsi Mala making process. These are some of the 30 rural tourism villages which have become very popular. Jait Mathura, as I told you, near Vrindavan for the Tulsi Mala, Shringverpur near Prayagraj, saw some of the huge tourists coming here, huge tourist footfall in Sangam during the Kumbh Mela near Sangam. Then we have some other destinations like Sehen in Manpuri, where you can see 20-30 Saras birds, the largest crane birds endemic to India, nesting in Sehen. Next. These are some of the very popular places where we get a lot of international tourist footfall. This is archery going on in a village in Sitapur. This is water chestnut farming being done by sitting on a tire with by a foreign tourist in Bhavat Manpuri. These are the terracotta making activities going on in the terracotta village of Gorakhpur called Aurangabad. Homestays are very popular in Basti in the backyard of Ayodhya. We get a lot of tourists here also. And of course, Tulsi Mala making. Next. Yuva Paratan Club is an initiative of government of Uttar Pradesh tourism, wherein we invite and we create Yuva Paratan clubs to engage young people in tourism activities, promoting cultural heritage, preservation and pride. And we take them for free trips to various destinations of UP. This is also becoming very popular among the students of Uttar Pradesh. Next. Next. We cannot complete our presentation without talking about the ecotourism circuit of Uttar Pradesh. Tiger sightings at Kishanpur, Dudhwa and Pilibhit are much better than many of famed tiger sightings across India. In a place like Kishangarh, I would say there is a guaranteed tiger sighting in a day. We are coming up with a large number of resorts, wellness centers in and around these ecotourism sites. Next. Next. So these ecotourism sites include the Chambal Safari at the Chambal Wildlife Sanctuary, the Fossil Park Salkhan, which I told you 1.4 billion years ago, Pilibhit Tiger Reserve, Dudhwa, Samaspur Bird Sanctuary. Next. Next. So these are some of the projects we have undertaken under ecotourism across our various sanctuaries. Next. Adventure tourism, Uttar Pradesh. Even in the Mahakumbh Mela, during the Mahakumbh Mela, adventure tourism had, we received huge demands for adventure tourism. And a lot of, I think we had some of the huge highest ticket sales for adventure tourism during the Mahakumbh Mela. So we are trying to make Uttar Pradesh a destination of adventure tourism also. Bundelkhand and Prayagraj are two destinations we are developing. Next. Talking about investment opportunities, we are trying to invite more and more investors to Uttar Pradesh because we understand creating large number of rooms is a challenge. As of now, we do not have sufficient number of rooms. We have good hotels. We have world-class hotels coming up to UP, but we need to create a segment wherein the lowest strata to the ultra luxury strata, everyone gets a room of his choice. And so we are promoting a number of accommodation units like budget hotels, resort, heritage hotels, ecotourism resorts, wellness centers, etc. Adventure tourism units, floating restaurants, revolving restaurants are also being promoted. Convention centers, we are giving huge subsidy up to 25% to develop large convention centers for MICE activities, because we see Noida and Lucknow becoming huge destinations of MICE tourism in the days to come. Because after attending a day's conference, these two places have a lot of things to for sightseeing on day 2 and day 3 in their backyard. We are also promoting a lot of theme parks, water parks, wellness centers, museums. Next. So these are some of the land allotment processes, how Uttar Pradesh tourism generally leases out land to investors who are interested. Next. So UP tourism policy, I would conclude, is an industry-friendly policy with fiscal benefits up to 30% of investment subsidy. We have a major trust on PPP, public partnership. We understand government has no business being in business, so we are in a model wherein we make and give it away to private sector to operate. We believe we need to handhold private sector, and so we have a package of incentive subsidies and concessions for the tourism industry. Next. These are some of the benefits under UP tourism policy. Next. This is the process of setting up of tourism unit in UP. Next. Thank you. I would like to mention one more place which I think I missed out in the presentation, that is Kannauj, the heart of perfume tourism of India. Kannauj, I would say if you somehow reach Kannauj, which is around 2 hours from Lucknow and 3 hours from Agra, Kannauj is dotted with perfumeries across across the city. And it is a treat. Last month, one Sunday, I just walked through the streets of Kannauj, and they were dotted with perfumeries, and the distillery owners were so good, inviting you to come in and test their perfume, and then you move out to another perfumery. Someone is making a perfume out of roses, which is a specialty of Kannauj. Someone is making a perfume out of mitti, that is earth. And these distillery owners were so warm, and a number of foreign tourists, they just come, hop in from one perfumery to another, and having a lot of experiences of perfume tourism. Thank you, Sandeep ji. I think I have given a very brief and quick presentation on Uttar Pradesh, and it's up to you, Randeep ji, to take it forward.
Thank you very much, Isha ji. I think there's so much. It's to some extent it's overwhelming, but it's a state which has something for everyone. And I'm sure that people who are professionals in the tourism business will pick up some new products, some new opportunities, which they can weave into their itineraries and continue to promote UP. UP is, as you rightly said, the Taj is mostly a gateway for the international tourist who comes to India right after Delhi. It's the Taj, and then from the Taj, where does he go further? Let's leave it to the tourism professionals to put together some thoughts, some ideas, be it in the space of Buddhist tourism or religious tourism, wellness tourism, and or historical tourism. Cuisine, of course, is a tourism subject which is still pretty nascent in India, and I'm sure it will find its place. Lucknow can be definitely the gastronomy capital of the country, if not the world. Before I kick off the questions that may have come in the chat box,
I am inviting the principal secretary, sir, also for the Q&A session. Just a minute.
sure, please do, please do. Um, uh, it's an honor and privilege to have him participate. But I'm going to leave one question which you can kind of. Okay, I think I lost her for a bit. She's gone to get him before it gets too late. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your questions onto the chat box. We're going to be starting as soon as he comes in. But I'm going to ask a question. You talked about Sufi tourism, if I'm not wrong, a little while ago. And my question is that Sufi is a big draw in various parts of the world. Um, uh, why don't we have an annual Sufi festival at Fatehpur Sikri, hosted by the State Tourism Department? And I'm reasonably sure that you will get a very wide variety of music connoisseurs who want to come. Woodstock happened when I was in school and college in the 60s, but this should replace it completely. And it should be an event which is a go-to event. People should want to aspire to get there. And it's not something where you want, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people, but you want an audience which is serious, which wants to listen and enjoy the music of our pastimes. And with that, I will now, unless you want to respond to that, I will proceed to the questions on the chat.
In
Poonam, I
Uttar
can't see
Pradesh, we have already started festivals in each and every district. So the festivals, music festivals also, and as you have mentioned, Sufi music festival. So from time to time, we organize such kind of music festivals at different places, like Maghar, the Mahaparinirvan place of Kabir. Then we have Deva Sharif, we have Bareilly, we have dargahs of many Sufi saints, because we consider them also as a social reformers, and that is why we also actually take pride of their being from Uttar Pradesh, and there are a large number of such people who used to be there associated with Sufi Bhakti cult, and they promoted the harmony of society in their own way, and they actually brought the society in unity in that era. So that is why this Fatehpur Sikri also, Salim Chishti Dargah is there. Sometimes we organize, but it's not very regular event, properly established or annual event. We could not make it, but we will certainly try to establish it as an annual affair.
Absolutely, sir. I think the
need is Raskhan
the need is to
in Vrindavan also we have Raskhan Samadhi place. There also we have started music festival. So we will identify such places. In fact, in Jayas also, Malik Muhammad Jaisi, he was from Jayas, district Amethi. There also we are planning to start one such festival. So that's how we will actually establish Sufi music festivals at different places. This year we will plan certainly.
Yes, sir. So I hear you, sir, and my response is that It's very nice to have musical festivals all around the state. It will resonate well. But I'm saying do one mega festival at one place. And Sufi goes pretty well with, as you said, Salim Chishti's Dargah or Fatehpur Sikri, etc., Tansen's home at one point in time. And maybe you can consider that for a something which can be an annual event. It can be a long-term event. It should appeal to a large diversity of visitors, both international and domestic. I'm now going to take the first question from the first question that I see on the screen is from Prabir Sen. Can Varanasi, the spiritual capital of India, redefine its traditional charm by introducing luxury boats on the Ganges for high-end MICE tourism? I organized several MICE movements in Varanasi. So that's the question for UP Tourism. Can we do more in Varanasi to promote MICE tourism and back it by maybe luxury boats? Would you like to respond, Nisha?
Varanasi can organize such MICE activities also. We have very nice two places there, Rudraksh Convention Center and one developed by Government of India. It can also accommodate large number of people vis-a-vis accommodation facility also, like convention as well as accommodation facility. So the mini cruises which we are operating right now with the help of a private player, they can have small gatherings, small meetings, conferences, but not very big one.
Okay. Is there something new in developments at Sonbhadra, UP? I think that's a question from
Sonbhadra, part of Vindhyan range, dates back to Paleolithic age, as Salkhan Fossil Park, then Govind Vallabh Pant Sagar Dam, very big reservoir. Then we have Awadi Dam on the bank of river Son. And we also have Black Buck Sanctuary located in that area. And then it is habitated by Gond, Kol, and different tribals. So we are making one tribal museum. Then we have also developed a few areas under ecotourism destinations. And further, we are planning to develop Sonbhadra tourism in a major way. So already we are planning it because it has very good connectivity from Varanasi, and it borders Madhya Pradesh, NTPC, Northern Coal Limited, and many industrial areas also. So we can attract tourists from that side. And Sonbhadra also has many beautiful waterfalls.
There's a
Caves.
Right, sir. Can I go to the next question? So there are two questions relating to I think students and what they would like. Why is there a lack of internship with UP Tourism Board, and any opportunity for students with the board? So I think people,
If somebody is interested, we can engage them as our intern. In fact, newly passed out students in tour and travel management courses, we have engaged as UP Tourism, CM Tourism Fellows. So they have a few districts. They are already engaged in the preparation of destination development plans and tourism development plans of that district, particular district. 18, कितने लगाए? 25 such students have been engaged. We are paying them and 30,000 rupees per month as honorarium and 10,000 for their TADA, transport allowance.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Pooja Vedi. Thank you so much for the presentation. Very insightful. Please feel so much to explore. Would like to understand what are the plans to attract international tourists along with domestic tourists?
See, Uttar Pradesh stands way behind, like 5th or 6th position in terms of inbound international tourists, which certainly we want to enhance by engaging social influencers, travel writers, travel bloggers from different countries of different languages, so that we can actually brand, market, showcase what Uttar Pradesh has to offer to all these international tourists, particularly Buddhist tourists, because as I had mentioned earlier also, there are 60 crore plus Buddhist followers across the world, and hardly we are getting a few thousand international Buddhist tourists. Whereas we have many holy places pertaining to Buddha's life and philosophy. And obviously, in any religion, the followers would like to visit all these places, but we lack certain infrastructure facilities and marketing also. So that we are trying to increase. We had organized Buddha Bhumi, one exhibition and event at Bangkok, Thailand. And it was within a period of 7 days, it was attended by more than 5 lakh visitors. And everybody was very impressed by the information that Uttar Pradesh has so many destinations related to Buddha. In fact, they didn't have even rough idea about it. Buddhism means Bodh Gaya for them and Lumbini. That's all. But when we actually presented them that Sravasti is the place where 25 rainy seasons Buddha spent, or Kushinagar is the place where he breathed his last Mahaparinirvan place. So ultimately, they got impressed upon by all these information, and they will certainly visit.
The next question is from Ashutosh. I think Ashutosh sir has already responded to that question. You may please approach UP Tourism for opportunities as a student going forward. Next question is from Dr. Narendra Kumar from Amity University. How would we partner for creating a big impact of UP tourism? So Amity University is looking at a partnership with you, sir. Perhaps it's something that you want to address now or offline?
Any university or the Department of Tour or Travel Management or even Hotel Management, if they want to collaborate with Uttar Pradesh Tourism, they are most welcome. We will certainly provide them support, even financial support to organize seminars, to do research work, to do study work, or to basically disseminate the information related to UP tourism. So such kind of offers are available. So any university or educational institution, they can get associated with us.
The next question is again from a student who's looking for internship, which we have already answered, followed by a question from Ratna Varshini. I'm looking for wildlife tour opportunities for student groups from South India to make them experience Terai and educate them about wildlife conservation in India. Can you please give your suggestions or guidance for the same?
If they want to visit Uttar Pradesh or the Tarai area, foothill Himalayas area of Uttar Pradesh, starting from Pilibhit to Sohogi Barwa, there are many: Katarnia Ghat, Sohelwa, Dudhwa, Kishanpur, Chuka. So they are most welcome. We can organize FAM tour also for them. We have set up Uttar Pradesh Eco Tourism Board for that matter.
Right, sir.
So,
Prateek
they are
Hira,
working
who is
on
from
it.
Lucknow. Prateek Hira from Lucknow is wanting to thank you and Pata for having brought this session together and is very appreciative of the progress that UP is making. Next question is from Ranjan Lahiri, ex-Ministry of Tourism, now Director Administration and Projects at the Responsible Tourism Society of India. My question is about how we reach homestay owners for creating awareness of best practices of sustainable and responsible tourism.
Very committed, or I with
Basically, the chairperson of World Sustainable Tourism, he visited Uttar Pradesh and he was quite appreciative about the kind of facilities and infrastructure we are creating under this. We have started engaging people from rural areas, those who are interested to start homestay facilities in their respective villages. So we trained them through our Manevar Kashiram Tour and Travel Management Institute.
register them.
We register them and we provide them financial support also. And also we have engaged Institute of Hotel Management to basically impart certain kind of guidance or training so that they become their own in terms of hospitality management of their homestays and all. So there also, if somebody is interested, so we can get registered with our Uttar Pradesh Tourism Department. We can provide them training, and if influencers are there, somebody wants to promote these homestay facilities which are available in Uttar Pradesh, we sponsor their visit to Uttar Pradesh. Travel cost and their food, stay, lodging, boarding, local transportation, everything. And we also provide honorarium to social influencers and travel bloggers also.
Isha ma'am, if I may just request you to send us a contact person at UP Tourism when people from time to time have some questions or some people from this group have questions, we can ask them to email directly. So the next question is...
So we have Mrs. Anju with us. She is a regional tourism officer and she'll be sharing her contact for
She can
any
put it on the
tourism related query. Yeah. So we'll put it in the chat.
Correct. Just put it on the chat box and everybody will get it. Kushinagar Airport is ready for the last 2 years, but there's no regular flight. Is it possible to shift some of the flights operating to Gorakhpur to Kushinagar?
Gorakhpur is domestic airport. Kushinagar is international airport. There are basically talks going on at the civil aviation and Ministry of External Affairs level also, so that Southeast Asian countries, they start operating a few flights. In fact, we have also requested Civil Aviation Ministry and Government of India to rope in certain national aviation sector also, so that they start international flights from that place. But the number of tourists are not so much. In fact, we have not publicized it to the level which could actually attract international tourists directly to Sarnath. Some operators from Thailand have requested for the immigration checkup and connectivity to Lumbini from Kushinagar. That we are taking up with the ministry. I think in coming years it would become feasible for them also to operate international flights from Kushinagar.
The next question is from Rajiv Verma. Just like the Taj Mahal for foreign passport holders, is it possible to have a shorter queue for them at the Ayodhya temple complex?
Ayodhya already has different kind of VIP darshan facility for which people register and they get the VIP darshan passes. Same facilities available for Kashi Vishwanath temple also. For international tourists or for such kind of tourists, it's not there. But we can request to the trust because it is being managed by a private trust formed under the Society Registration Act, and the whole campus of Ayodhya temple is under their control. So the government has least interference directly in the day-to-day affairs of the temple management. But obviously, we can request them or suggest them for such facilities. But they provide VIP darshan facilities separately. If somebody applies or make request online, they can generate such passes.
I have a gentleman, Mr. Swadesh Kumar, who is unfortunately, he doesn't have his laptop access at the moment. He has a few questions to ask. He will put those questions up verbally, please. Swadesh, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Appreciate, sir, to listen from you and your colleague. Lovely presentation. I'll be grateful if you can share the presentation with us in the industry so we can take advantage of the information you have given, because some of the information is so good that one has never even thought of them is possible in UP. I really appreciate, sir. Second point I have to make observation is that you're planning to start adventure tourism, ecotourism. Such a lovely note to know. I'm the founding president of the Adventure Tour Association of India and very concerned about the safety and guidelines. May I humbly request, sir, to do create an adventure tourism policy for state, and the ADOI association, our association can help you to plan it if there's one in assistance or help required, because it's so essential for us to have the policy, sir. And the last question is, I would request kindly that you're participating in the international exhibitions like ATM, etc. Would you accept and allow us as a part of member of the international domestic associations to participate as one of the members of your part of your team? Thank you, sir. I hope you can reply to our question.
As far as adventure and water sports facilities are concerned, we have already brought out a policy on adventure tourism in Uttar Pradesh, which has been cleared by our cabinet. It's already in place. Now we are, with the help of ADOI, framing the guidelines, because they have already framed certain guidelines at the national level. We have adopted in toto those guidelines only. Only thing is that we are engaging ex-servicemen like Navy personnel for our water adventure tourism, for airborne adventurous activities. We have engaged Air Force ex-servicemen, and for land-based adventure tourism, we have engaged Army people. So ex-serviceman board already is there in Uttar Pradesh, and our UP Tourism Development Board and ex-serviceman board, they have done MOU between these two bodies, and soon we will organize a big conclave wherein we will invite you also, if you are agreed or you have enough time to attend it, and many others which you can suggest us, so that we can formulate and take these activities forward in the state of Uttar Pradesh.
It'll be our pleasure, sir. I will be very happy to like to help you, sir. Very happy. The policy guidelines you had mentioned just
Thank you,
now
Suresh.
was made during my tenure.
The next question is from Chahar. Is Agra Airport likely to be upgraded to international airport, please?
Basically, Jewar Airport is being developed as an international airport, and Agra will have a very shortest time distance from that place. So state government has not such plan right now, but hopefully it's policy decision.
Okay. The next question is from Nilesh Shaw. Is there a policy to develop more English and language speaking guides in destinations like Prayagraj and Ayodhya?
Yes, we are.
Yes, yes. Our Tour and Travel Management Institute, Lucknow, is training multilingual guides. In fact, during Mahakumbh also, we had deployed guides of different languages. Students and young professionals, they were deployed as guides in English, French, Spanish, and various other languages. Similar way, Agra also has multilingual guides, and we will deploy in other destinations also where international tourist arrival is there.
A gentleman called Anil Chahar. He was born in Mathura and his village is 30 minutes away from Agra Airport. 3 World Heritage sites are within 45 minutes from my village. I'm keen to get my village evaluated for rural tourism. Metro connectivity from Agra Airport to Kagarol to Fatehpur Sikri can be a big convenience to tourists.
Kagarol, we will certainly make a survey of that village, and if 4 or 5 people are interested to develop homestays in that village, we will take up that village for rural tourism. Our role is to develop infrastructural facilities in that village to basically suit the tourist.
So the next question is from Rajiv Verma. Is it possible for UP Tourism to coordinate with railways to have a direct train from Khajuraho to Varanasi? At least for the limited inbound season.
Yeah, we can note down this suggestion. We will speak to the railway board, or we would send this request to railway board if they agreed upon to, because they also conduct survey of passengers who are going to this side. And now since IRCTC platform also makes researches and studies, and accordingly they submit to the railway board and they plan the new trains. So we can suggest.
Similarly, sir, there's a question about connecting Gola Gokurnath to Varanasi by direct train. So I presume it'll all come under the same umbrella. The next question is from Muskan Gupta. any sustainable tourism destination around Varanasi except Sonbhadra, and what sustainable practices are they taking?
वो पूरा कोरोना है बहुत सारे there are a number of rural tourism and ecotourism sites being developed in and around Varanasi. If I talk about say Mirzapur, we have the Lakhaniya Dari cave paintings. We have a number of beautiful waterfalls in Mirzapur. If we talk about Chandoli, in the backyard of Varanasi, we have the Rajdari, Devdari waterfalls. We have a beautiful dam in Chandoli, Chandrabhaga Dam. So a number of beautiful, sustainable ecotourism and rural tourism sites already exist, and our only effort is to preserve them in their right form without polluting them with tourists. And promoting tourists to come there and sustainably visit these places.
The next question is from Ajit Srivastav. Thank you for the presentation. Considering inbound tourism, there is an acute shortage of luxury, high-end accommodation options in Banaras, except for Brij Rama and Nadesar Palace, with very few rooms at both the hotels. Government is requested to kindly invite more luxury hotel chains, Oberoi, Leela, etc., to establish in Varanasi. So it's a suggestion. I'm sure you will take it on board. Kailash Bisht, this is a suggestion that we have a lot of opportunities for river beach tourism. We need to prepare and beautify the river beaches and need to develop the fancy markets in river beaches. Can also prepare ropeways over rivers for more attraction.
All these suggestions are well taken. We will start working on these points also.
There are many, Gaurav Garvi Taba, there are many ongoing projects to promote, attract, and accommodate tourists as seen in today's presentation. But a tourist hotspot state like UP is still lacking with crowd management. I think taking precautions as well as educating the tourists will help a lot. This is a very important point, sir.
Yeah, we have started engaging youths also. In fact, more than 1,500 Yuva tourism clubs we have set up in the state. And now we are basically sensitizing them, training them how to behave with the tourists. Obviously, we have to make the state more tourist friendly. And in that sense also, we are working quite hard because then only voluntarily people will engage, locals will engage in crowd management, in dealing with the people, and with welcoming gesture, they will certainly take up this activity. So,
Mr. Subhash Goyal, former president of IATO and Faith, has a question to ask. Subhash, can you unmute yourself, please, and ask your question? Subhash? Okay, we'll get back. Can you unmute and ask your question, Subhash? Please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So firstly, I think I'm very impressed by the presentation, and all the points have been noted. I have one or two suggestions. Yesterday, we had day before yesterday on Monday, we had an event where also I think UP Tourism had participated. But in that event, the Secretary Civil Aviation was there. And later on, I think we were joined by the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir also. So in that event also, I had mentioned this, that Ayodhya should be made an international airport. And we should try to, UP government should try to attend the routes conferences where we can persuade international airlines to fly directly, because UP is bigger than many countries of Europe, and population-wise and area-wise also. So UP should start, and it has its unique selling points. So UP should start, even Varanasi. I remember when we started, the Sri Lankan flight to Varanasi. I mean, it is seasonal because it's charter for Buddhists. But if the UP government becomes active on certain international airports, you can build international airports, but unless and until the flights are there, not only the Indian flights. I was telling the Indian airline, most of the CEOs were there, that you should start flying not only from Delhi and Mumbai, because Delhi and Mumbai is saturated. Even with the new airport, slots are very difficult to get. So what is important is, rather than just focusing on Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Chennai, and these 4, 5, 7 metros. UP has a lot of cities. Lucknow can become a world-class international. Flights can be there. Apart from Dubai, there should be direct flights from Lucknow to Europe, to United States, and also to Southeast Asia. Why not to Singapore, Malaysia, Bangkok, Thailand? Because a lot of Buddhists can come from Thailand. And so what
Has he posted his question?
what UP, this is just a suggestion. What UP government should do is, actively promote the airports, and automatically the airlines, to keep their routes viable, will advertise the destinations. That's all.
Thank you, Subhash. I'm sure this resonates well with UP Tourism, and they will take whatever steps are possible to bring internationalism to Ayodhya and other tourist destinations. Yes, it's a good idea to bypass Bombay and Delhi if it is possible. The next question is, in the context of a smart city development, how can policymakers effectively balance technology and innovation with inclusive urban governance to ensure equitable access to services across socioeconomic groups? So it's a very large question, Professor Vijay, from Jamia Millia Ismailia. Would you like to take that question offline with UP Tourism? We'll share with you the relevant email ID and you can pick that up. Kirti Kumari, with the government popularizing local cuisines and specialities and destinations working on expansion of the same in many places, many places are losing their authentic touch and locals feel that they are popular like the Dal Mandi of Varanasi, being broken down for the road expansion. How does UP Tourism plan to preserve the original culture of such places?
We promote all the cuisine, craft, culture, and particularly we financially support such entities by providing 5 lakh rupees to the units which want to promote scarce art forms, music, cuisine, dance, drama. In fact, we have provided in the recent years financial support to Nautanki schools so that they can basically engage people in organizing workshops to develop more and more performers in Nautanki. Then we have also supported a few groups for promoting ethnic food items so that it continues, because some of the things are vanishing very fast, and after certain period we will lose them. So that is why, as I said earlier also, intangible heritage also being promoted by Uttar Pradesh Tourism. And any organization, any individual who is keen to promote such kind of craft, cuisine and cultural components, we will support them to the tune of 5 lakh rupees.
Tomorrow morning. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Will UP Tourism commit to a public safety roadmap or action plan specifically focused on the safety of solo, female, and foreign travelers? This is from Ritika Jaiswal.
Uttar Pradesh government has already started helpline for females 1090. It works round the clock. Any kind of help is sought by the solo traveler or female traveler, that is taken account and addressed immediately. But apart from that, we are also basically building up the sense of confidence amongst women solo travelers. Our women bikers, individually and in groups also, they took trips to Bundelkhand region, Vindhya region, and many such destinations which were otherwise used to be considered as unsafe. But nowadays, Uttar Pradesh is very safe state, and anybody can travel in this state anytime. That is very well uh, developed by our home department
So-
and tourism.
Bhagat VC says that trains for direct requesting for direct flights and trains from Kerala to Varanasi. I guess this will become part of your list of many items required. He feels that South Indians are not engaging in travel to Varanasi due to the long hours for travel by train. How can UP for tourism follow up responsible tourism along with sustainability and not be in mass tourism like Himachal? If we have to promote as a pilgrimage center, how can we do the same? Ashutosh Jha.
See, the pilgrim centers, Ayodhya, Kashi Vishwanath, Mathura Vrindavan, or Prayagraj, and Shuktirth, Naimisharanya. So there are multiple number of religious destinations. During certain periods only, large crowd actually visit these places. Otherwise, routinely, uh, the number is like it varies from time to time, from season to season, and all these cities are able to accommodate such crowd. But as he has mentioned and suggested about sustainable tourism, so Bundelkhand region and Tarai region, we have already under the instructions of Supreme Court, they have fixed the number of tourists or visitors inside any national park or any wildlife area. So the numbers are fixed. So obviously, it cannot be much polluted by the large number of crowds, or they have to adhere to certain norms and conditions before visiting all these places.
So the next question is from any ecotourism opportunities in Saharanpur and Shakumbari and lesser Shivalik range. Lower Shivalik range, I guess, is what she's saying.
Shakumbari temple is there. Nearby there is Haidarpur wetland area. And in Bijnor district, there is Amangarh Tiger Reserve, which is the backyard of Jim Corbett National Park. In fact, Jim Corbett National Park has low sighting of tigers as compared to Amangarh, which falls in our state, Uttar Pradesh. So near Amangarh, we have identified land parcels to lease out for setting up resort or eco resort, and we are searching for some good investors to come in and actually explore establishing eco resort. So that way, in that area also, in coming years, we will have good opportunity of ecotourism.
What new tourism products can be developed to promote tourism in Naimisharanya and surrounding areas?
Naimisharanya is described in old scriptures as very important and holy cultural and spiritual destination. Of late, we have started developing tourist infrastructure facilities, dormitories, road widening works, parks, ghats, and satsang halls, and many facilities. So now the connectivity is improved. We have also developed heliport, which can accommodate 3 helicopters at a point. It's very good heliport. And Naimisharan and Mishrik, both these towns are being developed. Very good.
So, what is the process to add any destinations into the 12 mega circuits of tourism identified by UP? How can we try to get to add Bala Sundari Temple Saharanpur into Shakti Peeth circuit?
Basically, we get suggestions, and after that, if it is visited by a large number of pilgrims, and depending upon its historicity, its mythology, its importance, we certainly include these temples also in our circuit. So that we will study. And if it falls under that category, it suits to that circuit, we can certainly accommodate and include in that.
Thank you very much, sir. Big round of applause for UP Tourism and its team for having indulged the tourism stakeholders for over an hour and a half, almost 2 hours now, and sharing all that is happening, all the developments that are taking place, what are new possibilities, new circuits, how people can be assured of good quality, sustainable tourism, as well as safety and security. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being personally part of this this Jewels of India session. Most grateful, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for providing the opportunity to UP Tourism for the presentation and interaction with all the members of PATA and students and other members of your organization. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, sir. We will look forward to new opportunities to work together with UP Tourism, particularly in the Buddhist segment, which I think has great opportunities for UP, as well as PATA chapter offices all the way from Thailand up to Japan. Look forward to working with you, sir.
Thank you.